Hi, and welcome to this week's episode of the NIWFA TV, the weekly review show of the Northern Ireland Women's Football Association.
Most of the leagues within the NIWFA have already been decided. However, there's still all to play for in North 1 and North 2 divisions.
With this in mind, our cameras headed up to Armagh to take in the game between Armagh City Ladies and Foyle Belle.
Armagh went into this game knowing that anything less than victory would hand the title to Crew United Ladies, so this was a game they simply couldn't afford to slip up in.
Here's the highlights. So Colin, well done to Armagh City Ladies and keeping the title lead chase alive.
Yeah, very much so. They knew they couldn't lose that game last night. Had to get a win. A draw wasn't any good to them, so they had to win. So fair play to them for winning 2-0. Tight game. Started very, very equal. There was very little between the two sides for the first 25 minutes or so, and then they cut the breakthrough. And from there on in, they were slightly the better side, though there wasn't an awful lot between the two sides.
Yeah, fair play to the girls. Like they deserve to win.
Well, yeah, just about. I think they're just about to edge it. I would say Foyle Belle's second bottom of the league. They don't look like a side who should be second bottom of the place in good football, to be honest, you know, and they certainly didn't give up things didn't really run for them. But they've got a cup final next month to look forward to as well, whenever they take on Crew United Ladies. So it's certainly a lot more to play for them as well.
I think we're both looking forward to that game.
Yeah, it should be a good week of cup finals, to be honest. Five games in the space of 6 days or whatever it happens to be. So it's definitely going to be some interesting and exciting football playing.
Happy days.
Looking now at the league table, we can see that despite that fine win over Foyle Belle, Armagh still very much relying on Crew United Ladies slipping up in their final game of the season to be in with a chance of winning North 1. The points gap between the sides is 2 points, with both sides having 1 game left, and as it happens, both sides will take on the ladies of Mid Ulster in their final matches.
After the game, Colin spoke to Armagh's Megan Bothwell for her taking the game, and we also caught up with Foyle Belle's Alice O'Neill, who not only reflected back on a future game but also looked ahead to the forthcoming cup final against Crew United.
Yes, it was a great game. It was tight from both ends, both teams had chances. We were just very fortunate to take 2 of those chances and went in the back of the net. Foyle Belle's definitely put up a good fight against us, but like I said, we were very fortunate to take chances on the night. Very wet night, slippery surfaces, but we were very thankful to get 3 points on the board.
I think we had most of the possession, to be honest. It was tight because obviously we only had 11 players, and coming down from Derry and you're starting, not really getting a warm up. I think if it was an 8 o'clock kick-off, it would have been much better. Like for players like myself, I'm working right up to 5 o'clock and then jumping on the car and rushing down. It's quite difficult, but I think we gave them a good go. I know we're sitting second from the bottom, but like I say, through injuries and people working and stuff like that, it's just tough on our club. Well, we're really excited. Obviously, we won it last year, and that's what we're out to get this year again. I know Crew United beat us in the league, but I think last week they beat us again, but we were missing like 3 or 4 players, and I think with our full squad and our subs and with the crowd behind us, I think we'll go and do it.
Can you hear us? Because it's not just me. It's women all across Northern Ireland, building in strength, skill and numbers. Breaking barriers, testing limits. A quiet revolution with a strong confidence. With the support of those who guide us, challenge us and help us grow, we will change the game. You might underestimate us, but we are resilient. Can you hear us? Because you will. We are the game changers. Electric Ireland, proudly supporting women's football in Northern Ireland.
So Éadaoin, I'm still waiting.
On?
Well, you were away on holiday for 2 weeks, weren't you?
Yeah.
And of course, when you go on holiday, you bring back your best friend a present, don't you?
Oh, right, okay. I see where you're going with this.
So you brought me a present?
I thought my presence was present enough.
So, okay. So basically you brought me nothing back?
That's pretty much a nice way of saying it, yeah.
Our friendship could end very easy.
I'll not tell you what money went on, but it didn't go on presents anyway.
No, we'll not tell our viewers what your money went on. It's best for them not to know. Let you stay nice and innocent.
Always.
Anyhow, it's time now to look at the rest of the results and the league tables from around the NIWFA Leagues. In the Championship, the sides at the bottom of the table, Killen Rangers Ladies and Lurgan Town Ladies, both continued to struggle, with both sides losing their respective games this week. Meanwhile, at the top of the table, Cumbernack Ladies celebrated their crowning as being champions with a fine win over the Ballymena All-Stars.
In South 1, there was a fine win by the ladies of the PSNI over league champions Downpatrick Ladies, with the result now moving them into second place in the table. In South 2, Belfast Swifts concluded their league win with a fine win over Dromore Village, whilst Mountjoy Ladies moved up to third place in the table following a great win away at the expense of Brombridestown.
In North 2, there was a bad slip-up this week by the ladies of Chimney Corner, who only could draw away to Shamrock Ladies 4 goals each. Larne Ladies made no mistake in terms of catching them up, winning comfortably over the 22nd Ladies. And these results mean that Chimney Corner Ladies continue to lead the pile, but only by 1 point now, with Larne Ladies having a game in hand. Elsewhere, St Oliver Plunkett Ladies had a fine win over Carnmoney Ladies Athletic. And finally, in the Under-19s League, Linfield Swifts continued their recent fine form, defeating Cliftonville Corinthians by 4-0. Elsewhere, Crusader Strikers Reserves and Sion Swifts Reserves drew out a 2-each draw. So that's another episode of NIWFA TV done and dusted as we head towards conclusion of what's been a memorable season in ladies football in Northern Ireland.
As ever, thank you so much for watching today's show and for your continued support for women in football throughout Northern Ireland.
Until the next time, don't forget, girls get football.